Bum, 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 bum.
Is it?
Ooh, I forgot to tell you, I'm in the works of making a new intro. But hey, everybody, welcome to Stadia Party Chat Podcast. Today, happy Canada Day long weekend.
Yes.
Woo! We're coming at you on July 3rd. For people who don't know, Canada Day is July 1st. And this is episode 44. So, what are we getting into this week? Well, as always, welcome and bienvenue to Stadia Party Chat Podcast, a cloud gaming talk show where two Canadian gaming hosts chat about everything Google Stadia in the past week and the latest on Bungie's Destiny 2. I'm joined, as always, by my super co-host, leveling up the podcast, as always, Sebastian, aka Nad614. How are you doing today?
Good yourself. How you doing?
Doing well, and I can't complain. Everything's going well. So
Yes.
today, the episode summary. Well, we're always chatting about Destiny 2, the TWAB, and what's coming at you this week. And we got a bunch of news hitting the airway with Atari bringing 5 games, July Pro games. We got new announcements from Clockwork, Origins. So there's a lot of stuff. Rabbids Party, and even Marvel Avengers, the game that's sleeping, brings a new character. And lots more. So just tune in and we'll get to it all. So let's jump into how we always start. What have you been playing this week?
So this week I play a little bit of different things. I did play Destiny 2 for sure. I haven't played that much compared to other weeks, but hey, I touch in on a little bit of Destiny 2. I continued the season of the Undead. We're now on week 6. Next week should be the final. Don't know. It looks like there's only one more activity to do for the end of the season. Other than that, I played some Outward. I've tried this game a few times and I got into it. It's that type of game I like. It's like an RPG slash survival slash name it. The graphically it's not appeasing, but like the gameplay, that's what I like about it. And there was like a few crash, just the game crashing, and it just like, what's
Ooh.
happening? It's not even Stadia saying like, oh, your game has glitch or something like that. It's just the game freeze, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I have to restart Stadia. But anyway, but play a lot of Outward is like a lot of fun. It's so in depth, and I've been adventuring and dying a lot, and it's not forgiving. Other than that, I play some the Centipede Recharge, which is pretty amazing. I like the fact that you can see the scoreboard for all your friends and stuff like that. So there's a little bit of competition there. I was playing just a few minutes ago, try to get my score higher than yours, but yeah, a lot of fun playing this little game. I like the fact you can pick it up on your phone and just play it, right? I also try Worms. If you haven't played Worms before, this game is a fun game. You can like create your team and then like fight another team. You can play online, co-op, and so on and so forth. Very fun game. Appy came out on Stadia. I'll have to play more of that. And also I try Roguebook. Roguebook is like more RPG turn-based card game. That makes sense. So there's a little adventure. You enter the book and you have to discover the place and get to the end of the area. Pretty interesting, a little fun to play. Don't know if I'm gonna get back into it, but like definitely worth trying. I for sure is gonna go back into Centipede just to get my score higher. What about yourself? What did you do?
This week, I did jump into Destiny actually today just to keep my character alive and my place in the clan alive. So anyone in the clan listening, please don't boot me. I did 3 Vanguard strikes. So I just grabbed the pinnacle and I went through it. Nothing noteworthy there. Just that new strike takes a long time. The one where you have to jump on the conveyor belt and
Yeah.
like go through the areas. It took us like half an hour on a depth. It's just like
Damn. Okay. Wow.
yeah, I don't know. But all the other strikes are a lot shorter and went through a lot quicker. But outside of that, been playing a lot of Sekiro. getting past through all of these bosses. Like, oh my gosh, the gameplay is just phenomenal. Leveling up, getting to the next combat moves, like learning all the different sword strikes and the way you learn it and leveling up. Like the skill tree is not like crazy complicated for me. Like when you jump into Valhalla, the skill tree for that is just out of this world. That's why they put it in the stars, right? Like it's, do you remember that? It's just
Yeah.
like this direction, that direction, then this color is that color. With Sekiro, it's like you got like 3 or 4 moves and they all like evolve into each other. So it's pretty cool to level them up and learn like the different, and they have like different origins. So like flowing water is one, and you try to move with water and flow with the attacks, or another one is like um Ichimagori, and like it's all like based in like the Japanese lore and stuff. So a lot of interesting learning to it as well. I'm enjoying Sekiro and like all of the faces of the people that we just take out and stuff. Oh, and shout out to Bliss if he's listening. He's been helping me all the way through this. So
Yeah, he
uh,
did the same thing for Elden Ring, and then this,
yeah.
and yeah, he's a Souls like God, I think, right?
Oh yeah, and I've been loving it. I mean, the Souls-like games just have like that epic challenge to it, and when you conquer those bosses, it's like yes. But yeah, just been loving that, and then jumping into Centipede. Oh my gosh! So I think I fired up Centipede for the first time today, and I spent so much time, like just like customize my controller back paddles
Oh
to
yeah.
put the firing on the back so I wouldn't have to move, like press the
Oh.
button over and over again. Oh my gosh. Oh, just getting the high score, messaging people on Twitter and stuff. Hey, hey. I was top 50 at no, I was top 40 at one point today on the leaderboards
Oh my
worldwide.
God. Oh, is
Uh
there worldwide like
yeah, there's worldwide,
section?
there's friends list, and then there's
Oh.
local. So I always check those leaderboards. I was posting my score. When I hit, I think it was like 28.9, something like that. That score, like 29,000,
Oh
I'm gonna
wow.
call it. I was like so happy posting Twitter. Like the high score, I don't know what it is, but Atari brought back that addictiveness. And like
I
it's
know.
so much fun. I don't know about you, but I really like the one life aspect. Like I get fatigued if I have to worry about 3 lives.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you feel about the
I
Centipede.
really like it because it's just like it's so like sometimes you just don't last long. At a time you last longer, and then like the screen change color, and I keep discovering new power up. There's
Yeah.
this ghost power
The
up, and
ghost. Oh, yes.
there's the I don't know if you add that the bomb one where it's explode everything, and
Boom.
then
Yeah.
there's the slowdown. I picked it up for
Oh,
the first time. It's just
brilliant.
like slow down everything so you can kill everything in time. I was like, oh my god.
It's so I'm recharged. Like I'm
Yeah,
like it's so much fun. Like I love it.
exactly.
I love it. And I can't wait for like every one of these games to drop. If they're like I feel like they engineered this addictingness gameplay from like the very
Yeah.
beginning. Like they crafted it, and like me getting into I never played Centipede growing up or anything like that, but like
I don't
playing it
remember
here,
playing
like
it either. Yeah,
so
it's like
much
a
fun.
Atari like one. Yeah, it's fun. It's just fun because you got like now you have that leaderboard like
Yeah.
over like online. I wonder if it's across all platform. It's only
I don't think
Stadia.
so. I think it's Stadia only. Because there's no actual multiplayer. It's just local co-op. So
Mm,
it's not like you and I could team up, which is a bit of a letdown, but um yeah. I think it's only Stadia. So it's just a little bit fun because everyone I see on the leaderboard I kind of recognize their names and stuff. So
oh yeah.
pretty
And,
cool.
and there's a bunch of achievement you can get, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've been
I
knocking
haven't
those
like
out.
I keep getting some from time to time. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
got one. You can see like on Stadia Hunter, there's like a bunch of people that actually like completed all of them, or
Yeah.
like close to be complete. I'm like,
That's
damn,
crazy. Yeah,
it
people
is
hunt
crazy.
those on Stadia Hunter.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing. Other than that, you want to jump into the TWAB this week at Bungie?
Yes, let's do this. All right. So on the TWAB, so if you have been playing some Destiny, We have a small TWAB. Let me see if I find it. Oh yeah, a quite small TWAB for this week. That's all right. There's like there's a lot of detail even though there's a small TWAB. So from the beginning, just a reminder, there's a link here for any mental health resource. There are a lot into that lately. With like the story, what happened with like Zavala, what happened, and it's just funny how the story is going if you listen to it. Pretty interesting. Going ahead with this, so what they have is a little bit of tuning before season 18. So they already like test run season 18 a little bit, and they're doing some of the modification. A lot to do with the airborne effectiveness. So some buff and nerf, as you can see here. We're gonna go more in more detail as we go. So basically, for primary weapon, there's a list of all the different type of weapon. They got an increase of airborne effectiveness that they reduce. So sorry, the airborne effectiveness penalties reduce on primary. So again, see on auto rifle, pulse rifle, scout rifle, submachine gun, 40%, and cannon sidearm 20%, and bow 30%. So that's pretty good. They notice that they're not as effective, so they're bumping it up a little bit better. So it's going to be a little bit easier. It's going to be quite interesting when the update come up. There's like some static perk increase too. So similar to like air assault, you get a +10, air AE, excellent mag, you get +10, steady round, you get +7. So a few things like that have been added. Something to watch for. And it raises the stat of airborne effectiveness on few exotic. We'll mention it later. They mention a specific one. Moving on within the weapon archetype. So they changing a little bit of the archetype. They notice some of the weapon are not as much used, so they're changing it, buffing it. So to start with end cannon, so the precision frame, so the 180 RPM end cannon, they increasing by 25 airborne effectiveness, and they increasing body shot and crit, which the TTK is going to be a little bit faster. So quite interesting on that. Auto rifle precision, so 450, increasing the damage, same thing. Body shot from 19 to 20, and the precision multiplier is moved from 1.6 to 1.5, which just leave it the same. So good thing. I found like the 450 RPM and it feel like almost like a scout. It's so slow, but they have a lot of range, right? Moving on to the scout rifle, so they're doing some modification on the 180, so the precision frame, and also the eye impact, the 150. So they're doing the same thing, increasing damage, body shot, and crit. So it's gonna make the TTK faster, so which is good. I guess they want us to use those weapons a little bit more. Shotgun. So the good thing is that the shotgun, the only thing they're changing is on PvE side of thing, thankfully. So they increase the pallet damage for PvE from 10% to 25%. So that's good. It's gonna make those shotgun better in PvE. Thankfully, they don't change it for PvP. Another thing they're changing for PvE, it's linear fusion rifle. They notice there's too much flinch, so they're gonna reduce the flinch of the linear in PvE. So, which is a good thing. Glaive, there is an issue with the bricks. The green bricks drop in PvP, not giving enough ammo. So they change that, they fix it and increase it. There's also mention about the damage scalar on trace rifle. They're talking about Ariana's Vow and Fighting Lion. It wasn't in function as intended. I think they're gonna look into fixing it, and also for the Fighting Lion later in season 18 launch. So we'll have to see about that. All right, in terms of exotic, so a few changes on some exotic. Lawrence Drive, the favorite for everyone. It's reducing the aim assist and the suction. There's like some sort of like when your character move and it's in line, sometimes the weapon will suck to it. So they're reducing that to make it not as powerful, I guess, right? Because you remember, if you have a headshot with that, you create that blast, it's sucking everybody in. So yeah. Gjallarhorn, and notice Gjallarhorn was being used a lot in PvP. Very a good weapon of choice because you just fire and all the rounds going everywhere. So because of that, they're gonna change it so the proximity detonation and the it's gonna be reduced. And also no proximity detonation, and also the half damage of the wolf background that's only affected in PvP. So good thing. It's gonna be easier to run away from that. Maybe Eyes of Tomorrow is gonna come back as like one of the best one, or we'll see. I still think it's still gonna be a good rocket to use in PvP. Last word. So last word, they're reducing the aim assist overall from the read of it. It's like the hip fire precision aim angle they reduce it by 50%, and also like when you precision aim. So yeah, they're basically reducing some damage in the aim assist. So which is good. We're not gonna get wrecked too many times with that. Forerunner, an issue with the bricks drop, getting not enough ammo, so they fix it for both PvP and PvE. Ariana's Vow, the same thing, not getting enough brick in PvP, so you're gonna get 2 instead of 1. And here's some of the weapon that they fixing the airborne effectiveness. The reason they increasing the airborne effectiveness on those weapons is that you cannot equip the Icarus Grip mod. So like for the Soros regime, it's gonna increase from 23 to 31, Whisper to Warm 9 to 20, Monte Carlo 21 to 29, and Forerunner 22 to 27. So that's pretty much all the change we have with the weapon archetype. So that should be interesting. Next, we have Prime Gaming. So
Ooh.
yeah, so if you haven't claimed that yet, go for it. You got like a nice little link here. You basically get the mic drop exotic emote, a ghost shell, and a sparrow. Nothing too exciting, I think, but yeah.
I don't know if I have the mic drop, so that may be fun.
Yeah, I don't know if I have it too. Probably, or if I don't, that's all right.
Only 3. Usually they do 4.
Yeah, usually you have another one, but like it's like a legendary ghost shell, something like that. Or like yeah, I try to remember. Sometimes they do 2
Surprised. I thought they'd
emote.
do more with Prime Day. Oh,
Yeah. Oh
so-
well. That's what it is, right?
Yep.
And moving on, so Pride Strike Team. So it's the month of like this month's been the Pride month. So this is just a reminder. They had an activity at one day park in where is it? It's at Bellevue Square Park. They had like some sort of activity and event happening there. So if you're interested, you can join. Excuse me. So yeah, and again, if you want to claim that emblem, it's still available. The code is right there. You go for
Ooh.
it. Moving on, the Grandmaster are back. So Grandmaster are coming up next Tuesday. So at reset, we're gonna get the GM.
GM time.
Yeah, and I think last season I didn't even complete all the GM, but
Neither
maybe
did
this
I.
season I gotta have to
Nah.
get back into it. Moving on, we got some known issues they're working on. Nothing too exciting, I think. It's just like a few thing, art mod and dialogue in Nessus. Raoul displaying correct error message. Player who haven't picked up their Prime Gaming item from Amanda inventory for several drop can view her inventory anymore. Oh, okay. So if you better like click and collect them from Amanda. What's coming out? Oh, okay. Some video clip. That's quite interesting. Nothing too exciting, just the music, and that's rope dancing, I guess. There's this video of this guy like doing PvP snipe and stuff like that. Very nice clip put together, and some art. I really like that. The person made is it Varix? Uh, a cosplay of Atrax one. Sorry, a cosplay of Atrax one. So pretty nice. And here we have like Zavala, a crow, and Kaido, just doing some crochet, or not crochet, but knitting. Because I know, like in one of the story, they were talking about this. Because
Oh, okay.
Zavala had like the knitting needle for the ghost of his wife, right? So, and a nice little block of Kaido. So. Quite interesting. I don't know if someone made it at home or something, but yeah, that's cool. Other than that, what we have is that Bungie Day is coming out on July 7th, and they're waiting. They're gonna have a surprise for us. I don't know what it is. July 7th is, when is that? We're the 3rd.
4 days from now.
Yeah, Thursday. So on
Thursday.
Thursday, yeah. So I don't know what's gonna happen. What they're gonna drop.
Be sure to
we'll
log in for sure that
Yeah.
day.
Who knows, right? Maybe there's gonna be some activity, or just I don't know, some free loot. I don't know. And then there's a reminder for the cosplay. If you have a cosplay to show up, the cheap cosplay, just do hashtag shreds of lights and submit your cosplay. And that's pretty much it for the TWAB for this week. Very small TWAB, but like some good change coming up, which is quite interesting. One thing I would like to point out that was not on the TWAB, but something I saw, I think it was today. Basically, we have some news on like the newer game that Bungie is working on. So they're gonna
Right.
partner with NetEase. So they're working on a new FPS mobile game. So I don't know if it's gonna be related with Destiny. Maybe it's like just a little thing they're doing. I'm not sure. So they're expanding a little bit further. I know we had talked about before that they were working on a new IP. I don't know if this one's gonna be based on Destiny, but a little mobile game, why not? You want to play some Destiny on your phone? There we go. Or you can play on Stadia. So
That's the same thing, right?
yeah, that's pretty much a bit of news we're getting.
Cool. Well, if that's the TWAB for this week, let's hop into some news for the week.
Exactly.
This is Ricardo Rudiggz anchoring for Stadia Party Chat Podcast. Today in this week's news, what do we got going on? Well, exciting stuff. We have Clockwork Origins. Not Clockwork Orange. I believe that's the Kubrick movie.
Yeah.
But very similar. They must be going for that kind of vibe. It looks like the folks behind Elemental War 2 on Stadia are bringing 2 new games to Stadia. So this is pretty exciting news. They're bringing their first Elemental War, so the predecessor, and they're bringing Tri-6 Infinite. Both are slated to be released on Stadia at the end of August, early September. So that's 2 new games we can look forward to. Exciting stuff. I'm actually looking forward to this Tri-6 Infinite. It kind of looks like Tron to me. I don't know if you get that vibe.
Yeah,
With
it
the
has
motorcycles.
a bike. The bike looks like that.
Yeah.
It's like a racing game, I'm guessing.
I assume so. I mean, we have a bit of a video here. Let's see if I can play some of this here without freezing. Oh, no, it doesn't want me to play it.
From like the picture I'm looking at.
Yeah, from the picture, I'm gonna assume it's racing.
What's interesting because you can fly or
look,
ride.
endless racing game. So seems pretty cool. Tri-6 Infinite. Check out Stadia source and the link there. Hopefully it'll load for you because it did not load for me. But yeah, two new games. I mean, we're getting up there. I think they're on a bit of a hot streak of releasing games
Hmm.
in the recent future. I mean, they've just been popping off. So all for them. Speaking of releasing games, what did we have to look forward this week? We had the July Pro Games. So that's the next piece of
Yes.
news I have working backwards. We saw some excellent games. A lot of the ones you've tried. I have not tried Worms MD, but this is sort of a remake, if I'm not mistaken, of the classic Worms games and the entire franchise, right? And
Mhm.
you're just blowing up on physics-based combat, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's like a 2D map, and then like you got those little worm, you collect weapon or have weapon, and you just have to kill the other team of worms. So pretty funny concept. I remember playing that on the PSP. Is it PSP 2, I think, or something like that, with a friend, and just like you ad hoc like and play together. So it's pretty fun, pretty interesting. I like the fact to see that game drop on Stadia. It's just like, hey, just I didn't expect it, right? So
Yeah. I feel like it would be easy to play with the touchscreen, like on your phone,
mm,
because it's not too demanding
yeah,
in terms of buttons.
I don't know if you have access to the touchscreen for that game.
Not touchscreen, but
Uh,
like even the overlay of the
oh
controller
yeah,
on your
yeah.
cell phone. Just an easy cell phone game.
Mhm. No, yeah.
And then we have one of the biggest names, I would say, coming out this week. Definitely one of the biggest MSRP sales price. Yeah, I'm Fast and the Furious and the Shifters a bit more. But
Mhm.
Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. So this is the one that has sort of the jump scares. You're navigating. You're like a little boy, I believe, stuck in an unstoppable haunt of reimagining Friday Night Freddy's. So it's like an animatronic Chuck E. Cheese's situation.
Mhm.
Family friendly horror. So who knows? Maybe it'll be good for me.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be as terrifying as Resident Evil.
No, exactly. Although if there's jump scares, I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, we'll get to playing that eventually. Maybe throw up a stream or two. One of us gets to it.
Yeah.
Next, we got Those Who Remain this July. As the lights go out, embrace the darkness. So a sleepy town. This one actually has a little bit of interest my way. I'm not sure what type of game to expect here. It seems sort of mystery. It's. Do you know if it's like a click and point game?
It's like a almost like a first-person shooter type of thing. I
Oh,
saw Lo-Fi playing it the other day, and he kind of
oh,
got
okay.
jump scared because it was like a bird that flew. It's a very dark game, and you just run around. I think it's like almost like you got to find um, kind of like go make decision and find a path to the next level or something. So
Okay,
next
yeah.
area, yeah. So it's
So
like
that's where
only
the
finding clues and
the
stuff like that.
consequence of choice comes in. So you
Uh-huh.
make choices. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
Lo-Fi says it's pretty good.
yeah.
That's
I
interesting.
saw like part of his video of his stream, and then he's like, "Oh my god, I think he's playing with it." Oh, there you go.
His favorite
Oh,
is Rogue Book.
yes.
Well, my favorite, and I haven't played Rogue Book yet, is
Oh.
Centipede Recharged. And to be fair, this is the only game I played out of any of the July Pro games. But it's just, I don't know what Atari did. It's so addicting and so good.
Yeah.
Like,
Can't wait to
they
see all
just, like,
the other gaming.
replayability on it is so good. Like, you just want to get the next high score. You want to be the top of the leaderboard. You want to be beating all the friends. So it's just a lot of fun. I'm happy with what they did with it. I'm glad Atari jumped on. And yeah, award-winning video game composer. I didn't know they gave awards for that, but I guess they do. But yeah, the music's crazy. Like, I didn't even think of it. Yeah, it's real entertaining for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've been loving it a lot. The one thing I would say, if you have local co-op mode, why don't you have internet co-op mode? That'd be so much fun.
Oh, I thought that you can do co-op online. No?
No, you can't do online co-op.
Uh, okay.
Oh, Lo-Fi Centipede has eaten up a lot of my time. Lo-Fi, I don't know if I have you on my friends list, which is like a crime. Yeah, I don't know if you're up there yet. I don't know what's your Centipede score if you can post it up there, but we got to get you on my friends list. Next, we have Lo-Fi's favorite, Rogue Book. So this is the one you were talking about. It's a deck building game. I don't know if there's a lot of deck building games on Stadia right now. I know maybe there's one other one I've heard of or seen, but I'm not big on deck building games. Like I don't really understand it. I feel like there's like it's just not my jam. Like I'd rather take control and like fight or do something like that instead
Yeah,
of playing cards.
it's like you accumulate cards, and some cards are like guard or attack or any other activity like that, the action. And then like every turn you have like a certain amount of cards you can use, what they call the wisdom, I think. And then so every time you have to use a card, and it's like a little more strategy, because you need to like say, okay, I can attack for that much, but I need to defend so I can survive. And then
Okay,
every
so it's
character has their
turn-based.
yeah, it's a turn-based card game. It's like quite interesting.
Okay.
So, or to have a look. It's like a mix of everything. So yeah, pretty
Yeah, I mean,
pretty interesting.
I wouldn't mind giving it a little try, seeing what it's about. Next, we have one that I'm actually looking forward into jumping into, which is Fast and the Furious Spy Racers Rise of the Shifter. And actually, see, online multiplayer. I think this is one of the only games we could actually play together out of the entire
Damn,
list.
they need to.
Oh, no, Worms MD. Can we play Worms
Yeah.
MD together?
Yeah, we can play online.
Okay.
You got to. That's the only way to play.
But yeah, so this looks like kind of like a Mario Kart type of game to me, where you're like have boosts and abilities and blow up things. David Wilson says Rogue Book is so fun. Like a lot of people are saying Rogue Book is fun, so I don't want to discredit it. And look, creator of Magic the Gathering, that was such a successful series. Like I don't see how this wouldn't be pretty cool too. So yeah, there's a lot to be said for Rogue Book. I look forward to giving it a try. But Fast and the Furious, I want to try this like a kart racing type of game. I feel like I haven't played one of those in a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't tried any of the racing game. Oh, no, that's not true. I did try some of the racing game.
Well, we have Wreckfest, we have Dirt, right? So, but looks like friends south of the border are getting a Stadia. Now, this was a little bit of announcement, strange announcement to me, because the official announcement was actually made on Canada Day that they're announcing Mexico. So just a little strange, but I guess that's just how timing works out. So now available in 23 countries. Isn't that Nito Burrito, as some would say?
Yeah, this is amazing, I think. Like, it just showed that it's not going anywhere. Like, people being worried that, like, oh, Stadia is going away. In Mexico, I think they have a big issue to get, like, any type of console, any type of game.
Yeah.
Because they're overpriced, and then they don't get to there. Like, imagine the situation we have with the PlayStation 5 here and the Xbox. Well, it's like even worse over there. You know, we barely have like enough produced for people in North America. Imagine the rest of the world. So it's a good thing, very good that like Mexico is gonna be able to play on Stadia. It's gonna make things easier for them because they're gonna have next gen console or next gen.
FIFA 22.
Oh yeah, they're gonna freaking love that game. Yeah, they're gonna be all over that. Are they like a lover of soccer game or like football? Should I say?
Exactly. It's huge there. One thing I want to point out here, you see, it's like who could have possibly predicted this? You see this article right here: Stadia registration hints at global expansion. Let's take a look at that. Oh, look at this nice little article. Who wrote that?
Oh, you did.
Me. 4 months ago, I predicted this was going to happen. I'm saying they're hinting at it, pointed out registrations on the website. But yeah, me.
You're taking all the credit, right?
Yeah, all the credit should be given to me. I'm just saying. But yeah, just a nice little prediction shout. I almost like forgot I wrote about that until it said in the top corner.
That's funny.
The recommendation there. But yeah, I mean, beyond interesting, the consoles, if they are accessible, they're way more expensive. So that's another barrier to playing games. In addition to that, a barrier is obviously going to be places with the best internet. So I'm not sure how many places in Mexico are even going to be able to run Stadia, but hopefully, even on the mobile, where it's taking like very little demand, people are still going to be like flocking towards it and
Mhm.
playing it up. So
And
I look forward to expanded leaderboards and more people and more buy into the Stadia ecosystem, so we can get more support behind it.
yeah, and I think like even though they don't have a good home internet connection, I think cellular it's very popular everywhere around the world, and they're most likely gonna use their cellular connection
Yeah.
for like playing the game. So I think there's very advantageous there. So I'm quite excited to see that. Having more people, we're gonna have to practice our Spanish a little bit.
Uh-oh. Ayos míos. Anyways, moving on. It's a party time with the craziest rabbits this sides of Raymond. It's a Rabbids Raymond party, or Rabbids Party of Legends. Sorry, that's what it's called. The Ubisoft mini game, basically Mario Party type game. Um, cool. I mean, we
Mhm.
don't have a lot of party games. This definitely fills a niche.
Mhm.
So happy to see it enter into the ecosystem. And
Yeah.
because it's Ubisoft, my prediction is it will never enter the Pro library.
No.
So
It's gonna be part of like the Ubisoft Plus, right?
yeah, exactly. So if you're part of that, you have instant access. But other than that, I mean, yeah, like I've said, I mean, you team up and face off 50 fun mini games. So it's more of like a house type of like have people over and play into it, just like
Mhm.
you would Mario Party. So I feel
Yeah.
like it's their kind of response to the series from Ubisoft. Have you ever played that one before? Actually, what was interesting, sorry about that, I wanted to add, was that it came day and date with Stadia.
Nice.
So it's interesting how some games like Rollerball, we're still waiting for Rollerball Champions, but that's released on other platforms. But Rabbids gets released day and date. So
Mhm.
come on, consistency, Ubisoft. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, I never played those this game, but yeah, I played the Mario Party type. It's always fun, like playing as a group at home. I like some of the couch co-op game that we have on Stadia. It's always good to have some more.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, lo-fi, yeah, to me, if you're talking about he's saying that it looks fun, but if your friends don't have it, what's the point? Yeah, that's what's brutal. If there's not the ecosystem there, and if it's not on pro, then not everybody's going to jump into it. So this would be like more focused around party at home, in my opinion. Looking at this title.
Yeah,
Assassin's Creed Valhalla title update is now out. Ooh, they keep updating this game, making
I
it bigger,
know.
better. Adds the Bifrost bundle to the game. So you get a shimmering shield, axe, looks like some weapons. Interesting. So, I mean, this game just keeps getting bigger and bigger, more updates. They're really following through on what they said in terms of like just building this game out over the next couple of years. So people who have
Mhm.
invested in this Assassin's Creed as like one of the only ones to play, I feel like they picked the right one. I mean, for me, I can't just keep playing through these games. I know a lot of people just love like collecting everything and beating these, but I feel like I have to get it through one every so often. So maybe one time I'll jump into this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump back onto that one and just get going. I think I started playing it and I stopped, but like a very good game. I think and then they did mention that they're gonna work on that game more and so create a new one. So it's so great that you can see like they keep updating it. They're staying on top of what they're saying. So.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Mhm.
And speaking of updates to games, Jane Foster joins the ranks in the Marvel's Avenger as the Mighty Thor. So she picks up Thor's hammer. I actually went through a little bit of gameplay. You can check out the stream I did And Your Mama Knows, that channel. We had some fun talking about Marvel Avengers. So I've actually been a little bit of a fan. You know, I've leveled up the characters. I've got all the achievements in the game. But I was having some issues with some of the Black Panther campaign. I still need to get through it. A little bit frustrating because we got through it on the stream, but the game actually froze and I had to leave to make it go forward. So I didn't get any of the progress. So it's kind of annoying. So I'm still stuck on that part, but I'll get through it eventually. But talking about Jane Foster,
Is it just a skin or it's a completely
it's a new character? It's a brand new character, but Nads, it basically is a skin. Like the hammer tosses, the throws, the heavy attacks. Like I get that maybe the skill tree sort of divides off, but it just feels so similar. It's frustrating. Like why?
I wonder if they're having some difficulty to get like copyright from Marvel to like create like all those characters. Maybe they were like, okay, we can create that character easily because we're gonna use the same concept as Thor, right? It's just like you just change the skin. We'll say it's a new hero. There's a new adventure. I don't know.
Or they're trying to time it with the movie, right? Because
it's coming out
the
soon.
Love Struck movie is coming out with Jane.
Love and Thunder. Yeah.
Love and Thunder. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. So I feel like they got kind of pushed into that because I remember early on in the Marvel Avengers, there was like this long list of all these characters they were gonna add, and like Jane was not on there. Like they had so many cooler people in there. But yeah.
Yeah, they definitely have more character they can bring on that's worth it. I feel like they brought like a few of the most popular character, and now they're struggling to bring anybody else.
To be honest, like the game is not that bad. There's a lot of fun gameplay. A lot to be said about the game. Like you have your heavy, light attacks. You got supers. Yeah, there's a lot to be played in this game and a lot of different characters. So they keep expanding it, and if you ever want to give it a try, go for it. Oh. Can you still see me?
Yeah.
My computer is hitting a bit of a freeze here. Yeah, sorry people. I have some technical issues here. I think I have too many windows open because
probably.
Sorry, Nats.
No problem.
Yeah, I can't see anything. Oh.
You're still there for us.
Yeah, I know. It's just awkward because I can't press anything. And I'm still here. Is there any... Oh! There.
Yeah, I just like turn off the screen there.
Yeah, sorry about this. Okay, so I have control with my keypad here. Let's go this way. So, sorry about that. Next story we have... This is not as easy as my mouse, so bear with me. City Skylines. They are getting... there's a discount on a lot of DLC. As you know, the DLC is massive for City Skylines. Like, some of the largest DLC I've ever seen in terms of, like, content, amount of content. Like, if you actually think about it, this is, like, so much that they put into... this game, and they brought to Stadia all of these little tiny packages. Like, I wonder how long this took.
Wasn't that like close to $300 for like getting
everything?
All of it, yeah. And now like they have a discount. So if you're a big fan of it, that's perfect. You can see like some big discount there too.
Yeah, like mass transit industries, radio stations, like oh my gosh, there's so much. And like I don't know, it'd be kind of cool. I like playing it. And like I'd like picking up like some of the adventure modes and stuff because you don't get that right away.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, damn. So the whole collection I think right now is under $100. But that's pounds, so I don't know what that
Yeah.
translates to Canadian dollars right now.
Let's see here.
I mean, I like city skylines. I've built a couple cities. I have fun. Like, it's one of actually the only games I play on mouse and keyboard on Stadia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like that type of game is better. All right,
Yeah.
so instead of a 329 Canadian, it's at 164 Canadian,
Ooh,
165. So
still way too
50%
much.
off. Yeah. So it's cheaper, but still quite a lot.
Yeah. I wonder how many people have just like cleared it out, just like boom, got it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Outriders World Slayer Edition is now out. And you know what I loved about this? They put out a 45-minute trial as soon as it came out for the World Slayer content.
Yeah, it's still available. So, and that's what I was wondering. Is it like for World Slayer, or the first 45 minutes you just play the normal game, you play the story and stuff like that? You know, because if you
Oh.
haven't played it, are you just jumping in from the beginning because you have to create your character and stuff like that? So you're not technically playing the expansion, but like us, because we do have a character, we did play it. Maybe like it's gonna be
Yeah, you're
like
right.
within the upgrade or the DLC, right?
Yeah, it says here at the bottom, Outriders currently has a free 45-minute trial. So it's just like I think the Outriders base game.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
not
if
as
the
exciting.
Outslayer, yeah, probably gonna have a look. I know like if you go on the World Slayer page on Stadia, you get the 45 minutes free to play, even though I have the game. So it might be for the DLC exactly.
Maybe you should check it out,
Mm-hmm.
see if it works. But yeah, pretty cool that we got that day and date with everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Like big content to a pretty big game. So, yeah, really cool to see that. I mean, you and I both went through that game, so yeah, it'd be cool to go through the DLC. I just don't think, like, personally, I'll be waiting for something to happen because it came out pretty expensive for sure.
Yeah, definitely. For the game being not supported as well, or like not being as popular after it came out, they should definitely make the DLC cheaper.
I think they're trying to make their money back in this DLC
Yeah,
by
exactly.
being like, "Oh, it's a brand new game cost." Like, what?
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
gosh! Ooh, expensive mondos. Figment 2. So people who enjoyed Figment 1, which I did mean to say I did play a little bit of this. It's kind of cool. Like you walk around and like it's a big puzzly type game. But yeah, I had moderate fun playing Figment 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's an action adventure game set in the human mind. Nightmares are spreading chaos and overrun. Peaceful lands join Dusky and the mind's courage as you make your way through puzzles, musical boss fights, and unique environments. It was actually, pretty interesting. So I may actually jump back into Figment 1 because it is, well, if you've been a Stadia Pro member for a while, I believe we got it a while back.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, just interesting art style and playful nature all around. Now, hopefully my computer's not freezing again. No, it's fine. I actually think it was my mouse that maybe died, and I'm like, oh, what's happening?
That's maybe
Yeah,
what it is.
it doesn't seem to want to work right now. Next we have My Little Pony. Now, I did want to cover this for a specific reason. Because I love My Little Pony. No, the idea behind this is Outright Games landed on Google. So what I heard, and from what I believe, is this is a timed exclusive on Stadia.
Ooh.
And you'd be thinking, why would people want this game? And I may be mistaken if it is a timed exclusive or not, but the fact that it came out, I believe, day and date or time exclusive on Stadia, I do have to do some research, but yeah. The idea behind this is that I feel like they're trying to hook in the younger gamers, which is brilliant because you'll teach a whole generation of gamers that the new generation of consoles doesn't have any downloads, doesn't have any updates, is quick and instant to play. Like all of these gamers who are playing these kid games on Stadia are going to learn that this is how gaming should be done. And anytime they have to wait for downloads, get discs, or get a box under their TV in the future, it's just going to seem backwards to them. So I really feel like this is a smart move. Their partnership with Outright Games is solid. It's a way to really play that 10-year sort of game plan. And that's why I think this game is a pretty important one. And that's my 2 cents. What do you think? You think they're trying to hook in the little kids when they
come? Well, like Outright Game has been very good to release game on Stadia, and
yeah, they have
a lot of games. So I'm quite happy to see that they try to hit like multiple age. I think that's a good idea because if you like think in the future, those young kids that's playing the Outright Game or like the kids game, they're gonna play all the other game afterwards, right? As they get older, they're probably gonna get hooked into one other game on Destiny 2 or anything like that and play those games. So quite interesting. It's easy also. Like I think nowadays, I don't have any kid personally, but a lot of parents, they get iPad and stuff like that. They play with that. Well, like if they're at home, they can play on the TV, on the phone, on the tablet, on anything on Stadia. So it's easier, right?
Yeah. And just say you have like a PS5 at home, something, and your kid wants to play My Little Pony like crazy, and you're like, well, how are they going to play it if I want to play my PS5? Well, here's a tablet and the game's right on there. There you go. Like Stadia. Ba-ding. There we are. So yeah, good move, good partnership. They're obviously playing for the long term there.
Yep.
And speaking of long term, 50 years birthday this year with Atari, bringing a total of 5 games to Stadia. And so far, I've loved the first one. Can't wait to keep playing them. Centipede has this addicting replayability to it. It's just so much fun. Cabanera, which looks pretty interesting with like balls and puzzles and precise navigations and simultaneous controls. So interesting creative design there when it comes to games. I like this little cover picture too, sort of like you taking on a giant centipede. And the spider in the background. Yeah, I like those spiders. Give me those upgrades.
Yeah.
I tried playing Classic. I wasn't like a big fan of playing the game without the upgrades.
Yeah.
Just a little bit slow. And then Black Widow Recharge. So, I mean, I'm like beyond looking forward to what this game's going to be about. Asteroids Recharged. That's a game that people remember from way back when. I can't. Like, it'll be really cool to see what they do with that. Brick Breaker. Now, this one, it's called Breakout, but it's the Brick Breaker game. Like, I don't know how it's really going to play out. I think it'll be really good for your cell phone, but we'll see. People will sure be trying to look for the high scores and posting the leaderboards. So, yeah, cool stuff from Atari.
Yeah, pretty happy about Atari, like bringing all those games to Stadia. They know what's up.
And next we have so I was actually checking out Stadia Dosage, and they had some cool articles too I wanted to share here. So I did not realize a crazy amount of people played Monopoly. I like looking at these little charts. Look at that. 35K or 34K Stadians are now listed. And like Number 4 has played over 930 hours. That's a lot of hours of Monopoly. Jeez.
Got to love it, right?
And then Centipede, on first 2 days on the platform, over 1,800 players have gotten listed. So pretty cool. I started playing it today, so I don't think I was even included in that. But really cool to see that people just jumped on and loved it. Yeah, some interesting statistics. A lot of people, making FIFA 22 seasons mode. So I'm sure even when Mexico comes online, like these FIFA numbers will go up. And some milestones for the community. So Demi Goddess 0311. This is an interesting person. I'm not sure if you've seen on Twitter. What they do is they take in-game screenshots and they share them. So pretty cool. A lot of nice pictures coming out of that account. And yeah, check it out. A lot of people doing some cool things. Rock Show, France Stadia, all will pass 2,000. Same with Sunny Cloud Gaming and Mark. Stadia Hunters will pass 1,000 followers. Stadia German, Queen, Danroyd, Robin Plays Games, Mouser Online, all will pass 200 followers. We could be on there passing 100 followers if we get 9 more subscribers. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Some interesting rumors here. I thought you may like this. This game is rumored to be coming out November 22. What game is that? Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Date possibly leaked. So you can check out MM2K in a short video detailing how Avatar: Frontiers Pandora of release date was possibly leaked. Pretty interesting stuff.
Because isn't it the movie gonna come almost at the same time or what? Like I know
Exactly.
like the first Avatar was released in December during Christmas or something like that. So maybe they aim to do that too, something.
Yeah, that's what I would see happening. So hope all the best. Hopefully they don't hit any delays. Hopefully they already have the game finished, because that would be the smart thing to do. But we'll see. Next little game of piece and game news. Oh, Samsung Gaming Hub. So any TV after 2022, you now have all of this cloud gaming content right built into the TV. So obviously will be the new future. TVs will just have your console in it. Pretty crazy stuff, I think.
Yeah, so it's now available if you have your Samsung TV. Sadly, my TV is too old, so it doesn't have that. But I'm quite happy to see that it's releasing. You got access to Stadia, GeForce Now, and xCloud. So, like, pretty happy to see that. I know they announced it a while back. It was supposed to release it a while back, and then it got delayed or something, right?
Yeah. I think so, but it's good to see now, especially too with the expansion into, say, Mexico, because this will be even one less barrier. I mean, if you have this TV, it'll just be, oh, I can play FIFA 22 on my TV. Like, oh my goodness.
I just wonder if it's gonna be opening like the same way on the Chromecast with Google TV. It's like kind of interacting slightly different compared to the Chromecast Ultra, and I don't know like if it's gonna be buggy or whatsoever, but we'll have to see. Right, and I think it's gonna be dependent on the TV you have. And now, like every TV has their own like. They're not on software, but yeah, it's like Android-based platform within the TV with everything you need. So it's just crazy.
Right. Yeah, like the smart TV hub. So yeah, this was just an update to their hub, and they included gaming. So neato burrito.
Nice.
Oh, Squids, what up? Chill time with Squids on every single morning during the week. Be sure to check them out. Always fun chilling with Squids in the morning. It's a great way to wake up. Jumping into what these free trials are up to. 35 new game trials. Like soon there's going to be free trials for every game on Stadia.
How many we have in total now?
75.
75.
Oh.
Damn, that's crazy. That's amazing. That's like, I think, the best move that Stadia did. They should have done that right from the get-go.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah. It almost seems like beyond obvious. Like, what are you doing this like 2 years down the road? But better late than never, I guess. Thanks to user Jack 85. Oh, see, I'm not used to this mouse. The new games that you can see trials of: Adam Wolf, Ari and the Secret of Seasons. A lot of these again seem to be reoccurrence of Stadia Pro. Murder by Numbers is not Stadia Pro. See how it says Outriders World Slayer right here? So maybe it is that the free trial is the expansion DLC.
Yes, that's what I was saying. So if you go within the
Stadia, yeah, that's what you're saying.
if you go within the Wall Slayer DLC, it just tell you play for free, right?
Ooh, maybe
Yeah,
we should
so-
check that out for 45 minutes. Rock of Ages, yeah, another Spiritfarer though. That is not a pro game. So that's interesting to see there. I know that it is not because I've seen it a bunch of
Oh
times.
yeah, my wife play a lot of that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's an interesting story, I know. I think it's about passing or something like that. And then note that My Little Pony and World Slayers are brand new games to Stadia this week. So cool stuff. Cool stuff. So that's what I have for the news this week.
Amazing. A lot. I feel like for a while, like Stadia didn't release nothing. It was like, I feel like there was nothing much, and it's certainly like everything happened.
I know. I know.
quite
It's been a pretty
interesting.
steady couple of news weeks.
Yeah. Now we are through half the year, July already, so they better like step up. I think I saw in lead like put a stat that they need to release specific amount of game per week at this point for like catching up into their like 100 game per year. So hopefully they're gonna be catching up. Like, you know, we got 6 game for Stadia Pro. I think that's crazy. Now they're going back to like release like 5 to 6 game for Stadia Pro. So the library is just increasing like crazy. I feel like I catch up with everything. I found I'm always like stuck to the same games, and I'm just like, oh damn, I still need to try that game. I still want to do that game. So yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I like this Stadia Pro game monitor. So this was updated 15 hours ago by InLead. So he's saying 6 new games, 2 with 80 plus. I assume that's score on Metacritic. 7 games have now left in June. Okay, so this is the pro game monitor. Wow, I like the stats up here. So total retail value in USD $4,193. Wow,
that's crazy.
And then total available games. And then what do we have? Subscribed months. So you should have 157 games if you've been subscribed the whole time.
A lot of free game.
Yeah.
I like that. It's amazing.
Cool
right?
stuff. I like these little graphs. It's always got some cool stuff to share.
Exactly. All right, ready for some video of the clip of the week there?
For the clips of the weeks. Yeah. Okay, you go first.
Yeah, sounds good. So, so I play some some Outward, and basically it's a little bit dark, but I'm basically inside a building. I didn't have my lamp on, but I found that funny. I think I was telling you, this guy has candle on his shoulder. I think it's to light up the way or something, but quite interesting. I found that funny. But yeah, that was my little clip. As you can see,
that would be that'd be useful for me for certain reasons I don't want to discuss right now.
And then I can show you a bit of Destiny 2 video. So this one was pretty good. I was playing with my with my friend there,
Ooh.
and then like
Nice.
we won. As you can see, the score 148 by 142. But what I wanted to show is the stat. Look at the teammate in our group with the eye on the top there. And I was like, what? Look at combat
Crazy.
effectiveness, 10.6.
10.67.
I know. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? That's
Wow.
why we won. You know? So
Insane.
that was insane. But yeah, that was it. That was my video for the week.
I'm actually surprised you didn't win by more. Like it was that close of a game with somebody
Well,
at
you look at my stat.
10.67.
I had 0.76, and my friend, like, we were like terrible. But like, he was, I don't know if he was cheating, but like, oh
Uh-uh.
my god, a 10 point. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, what's your video there?
All right, let's see if I can get this going. Let's see if it plays well. So this is Butterfly Lady. Now, I don't have a great clip because I'm bad at clipping right now on Stadia. So this is one of the most, if anyone's played Sekiro, one of the most difficult bosses. So this is a pretty cool clip. She's just like this old lady who has the most ridiculous moves. Just crazy throwing things at you, but then boom, finally got her.
Nice.
Stab kill, and then there was a second execution that you had to jump onto. Boom.
Oh,
Perfect.
nice.
Oh my
You're
gosh, I was
happy
so
about
happy.
that.
I had no heals at the bottom, you can see. So I was just happy to get that done. And then what's interesting is obviously the story continues. It jumps into little interesting little piece of the lore of Sekiro. So
Oh
you see
yeah.
this, all of the buildings starting to fall down. You're like, what's happening? I just beat this lady.
Yeah, you gotta run.
Bunch of smoke, and then stabbed in the chest. What? Oh, you have to play the game to figure out what happens next.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That
so I'm
game is
finding the
pretty
stories
cool.
like really interesting. There's a lot of depth in the combat. I can't say enough good things. Oh, just Dragon Slasher. Yeah, I mean, I've just been having a lot of fun with Sekiro. It's my new game to beat, and it's definitely a huge challenge.
Yeah, for me it's outward. I just want to go for it and beat it. There's just like so much into it, and I found it's like, you know, you got to dodge, you got to block, and yeah, it's quite interesting from my side. Well, I like to see your clip of Sekiro. Like, this is crazy. It's amazing what you can do.
Here's
some FIFA.
Here's a little FIFA for some fun. Let's see if I can get the clip. Oh, come on, clip. Let's go. Oh, it's not liking my clip, is it? Is that Stadia, you think, or?
Maybe close the browser, reopen it. I don't know.
Dun dun dun. Oh well, I got one clip out. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just having a lot of fun. I beat an armored dude on the bridge, and next I got this centipede-like creature, which like has these claws and shoots fire. So I'm just trying to get that done. But yeah, those are our clips of the week, and that's what we got. So we'll be moving on to the thank you to our news sponsors. So Stadia Source, thanks for hitting us with the news, as well as Stadia Dosage. A lot of cool, interesting articles on your webpage as well. So thank you for being out there and giving us some news. Thank you for tuning in to Chat Stadia, where two guys talk about cloud news this week in Google Stadia. We're back next week at the same time to deliver more news. Actually, I have to talk to you about that. I'm not sure I'll be back next week, but we'll talk more later. I got a wedding in America. It's a whole thing. But if you missed the Canadian Stadians and want to add us on Stadia, I'm Rudiggz, and my co-host is Nads614. Look forward to seeing you in the cloud. For some extra support and love for the channel, be sure to subscribe on our YouTube Stadia Party Chat podcast channel. We are only 9 subscribers away, so hit us up, give us that love. Very close to that 100 mark. It would be awesome. Of course, the show would not be made possible without my awesome co-host, leveling up the podcast as always, Sebastian. Thank you as always, and thank you to the audience, everyone in chat. Help us reach our goal and like and share with friends and family. And as always, see you on Stadia. See you on those centipede leaderboards because I'm coming at that high score. Right now, I got like 29K, so that's the score to beat if you can get out there and get higher than that. Yeah, and my cloud quote of the day: don't get too high or you'll go into the clouds. I don't know. I gotta write these down before I go. You gotta remind me.
I think that's awesome. Hey, thank you for everyone, and I'll see you guys on Stadia.
All right, take care, everyone. See ya.
See ya.